Hey guys, today we have another budget Kubey knife. I am really becoming a fan of the Kubeys, just because of the price range. The quality is really good, um, and they're just they have so many different varieties of models that you can find something to fit your preferences. Um, so let's just dive right into this Kubey KU179CF Eris. So actually, let me zoom in and see if we could do it this way. So overall, this was actually first off loaned in by Dave, my good buddy. Link to his channel down below in the description. This Old Sword Blade Reviews, awesome channel. Has tons of knives and has been a great friend. So close length is 4 5/8. It is a flipper, obviously. Overall length of 8 1/8. The blade is 3.43 inches with a cutting edge is the same. This one is D2 steel. Kubey uses multiple different steels depending on the model, so that's also interesting as well. The blade thickness is 0.135, overall thickness of 0.49, and it weighs in at 3.2 ounces, and it runs on bearings. Not drop shut, but I'm good with that. Drop shut is a little overrated. So let's bring it in pretty close because, well, this is the stonewash version. They also have a bead blast, I think they call it. I love the stonewash, and I think you all know I have an affinity for carbon fiber. And this one is done very nicely. Has nested liners. Nice titanium clip that works fairly well. And not a lot of branding on the blade. The D2 steel and the Kubey logo on the front. And that's all you get, which is really nice. The liner lock is good. The positioning is, I just don't know. It's not as easy to unlock. Sometimes my finger just kind of gets hung up there a little bit at times. So I think I'm still getting used to this particular one. Every knife you pick up is going to be slightly different in how it works and where your finger needs to be to manipulate the knife. Now this one reminds me quite a bit of, and I noticed when I first pulled it out of the box, of the Benchmade 940 01 or the 940-1 in carbon fiber. Roughly the exact same size. I think the Kubey is just a hair longer. A little bit different blade shape and profile, and obviously it's thumb studs versus flipper. But the carbon fiber is very similar. The clips are different, but they feel very similar in the hand. Whereas the Benchmade, I can actually feel the clip a little more. For sure, you can't really feel the clip on the Kubey. It really disappears because it is a shorter clip. So I do enjoy that better. And I like the finish on the blade. And I like the price better. I'm not going to lie. The Benchmade is $300 something in today's time. Snapshot in time, give or take. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more. The Kubey, $59.99. $60. Now I'm not going to say it's a direct comparison to the Benchmade. They're different knives. But they're very similar. And I enjoy them both very much. So you can see one of the differences is the carbon fiber on the Kubey is much more matte finish, whereas the Benchmade is more matte compared to some other manufacturers. Some other manufacturers have like a really high polished carbon fiber. And I don't like the high polished carbon fiber. I much prefer the Benchmade carbon fiber, but I really like the Kubey carbon fiber now. And since we're talking carbon fiber, we can pull out the Red Horse Knife Works Hellraiser. This one is not really in the middle. It's more akin to the Benchmade carbon fiber, where it is a little bit glossy. I mean, maybe that's kind of a good comparison right there, the three stages. Totally matte, semi-matte, and then a little glossy, which is still less glossy than what Medford does, for instance. Theirs is super high polished, and some of the Chris Reeve ones I've had, the Sebenza with the carbon fiber inlay, was super glossy. I prefer more the matte carbon fiber whenever I'm talking about carbon fiber. So let's do a couple of quick size comparisons. We did show it next to the 940. I'm just going to leave the camera zoomed in. I think, to me that looks pretty good. The Sharpie, the Spyderco Delica, as I always like to use. The Kubey, I believe it's the 237. This was the first Kubey that I was ever introduced to from my buddy John, who sent me this as a gift from Amazon. And this one's like $30, $34, something like that. And I'll put a link down in the description to the Kubey on Amazon if anybody's interested in that. And how about the Holt Spectre? So basically, again, same size as the Holt Spectre. Feels different in the hand. Way different price. $60 brand new. $808 brand new if you can get in on a lotto. Or $1,500, $1,600, $1,800 on the secondary. It's not for sale, but it might be soon. Don't know yet. And since we pulled out the Hellraiser, a quick comparison with that as well. So there you go, guys. The Kubey KU179CF. If you're looking for something in the budget world that's super sharp in D2 and feels really great in the hand because it's got some grip to it, some texture, I think this is just a fantastic knife. I'm hard pressed to say which is my favorite Kubey now. It's a toss up. I do like a blacked out blade. It does show more wear as you use it, so the Stonewash is these are my top two blade finishes. This one might feel just slightly bigger in the hand because it is a little bit thicker maybe. And the liner lock is a little easier to get to for me. So, I don't know, toss up, but let me know what you think of Kubey in general. If you've got one, if you're looking for one, let me know. All right? Thanks a lot, guys. I greatly appreciate it. Go check out Dave's channel down below. I would appreciate that myself as well. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.